Transcendent destroyer, one who gone beyond the four destroyers, completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of the human being to be attained, teacher of the God and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendental destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offering, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed transcendental destroyer, the one gone beyond the four destroyer, the completely perfect, fully awakening being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of the human being to be tamed, teacher of the gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendental destroyer, glorious conqueror, subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offering, and go for refuge. To the founder of the endowed transcendental destroyer, the one gone beyond and for destroyer, a completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge, in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of the human being to be tamed, teacher of the good human being, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendental destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offering, and go for refuge. When, O Supreme among humans, you are born to this earth, the page 7 strong. Then said, I am supreme in this world. I prostrate with pure bodies from the supreme pure wisdom oceans like the golden mountain, fame blazed in the three worlds. When to the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme sign, face like the spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Just free like the tree no, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with the qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtues that frees one from the lower realms, to the one that's the pure royalty, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated will also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realization, who are the developed and divine precepts. To you, the supreme unity, the intelligent virtues I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Supreme Refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all free ever beloved homage, to all worth of the respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms agile in all aspects. With supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, commit only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teachings of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a flame on the lamp, illusion, a drop of the dew or the bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioning thing as such. Through this merit may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the fall of the false, to be delivered of the samsara ocean, captured by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. To the Ayatipal Jain, one time, the Bhagavan was dealing with the mass of virtual mountain in Rajgir together with the great community of monks and great community of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Bhagavan was observing the concentration of categories of phenomena called profound perception. Also, at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasarpa, our Avalokiteshvara, taught about the way to prepare for pursuit of wisdom. Beheld those five aggregates are also empty of inherent nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha and the great Shariputra, said to the Bodhisattva, Mahasarpa, Avalokiteshvara, how should any son of the lineage train who wishes to practice expeditious profound perfection of wisdom? He said that the Bodhisattva Mahasarpa, our Avalokiteshvara, said to the Venerable Shariputra, any son of the lineage or the daughter of the lineage, who wishes to practice the activities of profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly behold prosperity that also empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is none other than a form. Form is also none other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factor, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are emptiness without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factor, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomenon. There is no I element, and so on, up to the including no mind element, no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to the including the aging and death, no extinction. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation, and a path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, nor also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, Bodhisattvas rely on endure in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration, without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the endpoint of nirvana.
All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly completely awaken to
pass
unsurpassable
the
perfect complete
completely
enlightenment,
enlightenment
relies
relies
on
on
the
the perfection
perfection
of
of wisdom.
wisdom. Therefore,
Therefore,
the
the
mantra of the
mantra of the
perfection of
perfection of
wisdom,
wisdom,
the
the
mantra
mantra
of
of
great
great
knowledge,
knowledge, the
unsurpassed
unsurpassed
mantra,
mantra,
the
the
mantra
mantra
equal
equal
to
to
the
the
unequal,
unequal,
the
the
mantra
mantra
that
that
thoroughly
thoroughly
pacifies
pacifies
all
all
suffering
suffering,
should
should
be
be
known
known
as
as
a
a
truth.
truth,
Sin
since
is
it is
not
not
false.
false.
The
The
mantra of
mantra
the
of the
perfection of
perfection of
wisdom
wisdom
is
is
declared.
declared.
Tayatha
Tayatha
Om
Om
Gade
Gate
Gade
Gate
Paragade
Paragate
Parasamgade
Parasamgate
Bodhi
Bodhi
Soha.
Soha.
Shariputra, the
Shariputra, the
Bodhisattva,
Bodhisattva
Mahasattva,
Mahasattva
should
should
train
train in
in
the
the profound
profound
perfection
perfection
of
of
wisdom
wisdom
like
like
that.
that.
Then
Then
the
the
Bhagavan
Bhagavan
arose
arose
from
from
the
that
concentration,
concentration and
commended the
commended
Bodhisattva
Bodhisattva
Mahasattva
Mahasattva
Aya
Aya
Avalokiteshvara,
Avalokiteshvara, saying,
saying, Well said, well
well
said,
said,
son
son
of
of
the
the
lineage,
lineage,
it
it
is
is
like
like
that.
that.
It
It
is
is
like
like
that.
that.
One
One
should
should practice
practice
the
the
profound
profound perfection
perfection
of
of
wisdom.
wisdom, just as you have indicated.
Even the
Even the
Tathagatas
Tathagatas
rejoice.
rejoice.
The
The
Bhagavan
Bhagavan
having
having
thus
thus
spoken,
spoken,
the
the
Venerable
Venerable
Sharadvatiputra,
Sharadvatiputra, the
the Bodhisattva
Bodhisattva
Mahasattva
Mahasattva
Aya
Aya
Avalokiteshvara,
Avalokiteshvara, and
and
those
those surrounding
surrounding
in
in
their
their entirety,
entirety,
along with the
along the
world
world
of
of gods,
gods,
humans,
humans,
asuras,
asuras, and
Gandharvas,
Gandharvas,
were
were
overjoyed,
overjoyed,
highly
highly
praised,
praised that
spoken
spoken
by
by the
the
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan.
I and all surrounding sentient beings
Send
go
in
for
beings of
refuge
refuge,
in the Buddha, go for
Dharma,
refuge in the
the
Dharma,
Dharma,
go
go
for
for refuge
refuge
in
in
the
the
Sangha.
Sangha. We prostrate to the Great
Great
Mother
Mother
Pranjaparamita,
Panjaparamita,
wisdom
wisdom
gone
gone beyond,
beyond,
surrounded
surrounded
by
by all
all
the
the children
children
and
and by
by
the
the temple
ascendants
of
of
the
Buddhas
Buddhas,
and
displaying
Bodhisattvas of the ten directions.
by
By
depending
depending
on
on
them,
my
my prostration to
prostrations to
all
all
of
of
you.
you,
May
may
these
these
words
words
of
of
the
the
truth
truth
be
be
actualized.
actualized.
In
In
the
the
past,
past,
the
the
days
Deva
the
King
kings
Indra
dispelled the
dispelled the
mantra
Maras, evil
evil
beings,
beings by
by
reflecting on
reflecting
the
on the
profound
profound
meaning
meaning
of
of
the
the
wisdom
wisdom
gone
gone
beyond,
beyond, and
reciting the
reciting the
profound
profound
words
words in
in
daily
daily
recitation.
recitation.
In
In
that
the same
same
way,
way,
I
I
also
also
reflect
reflect
on the
on the
profound
profound
meaning
meaning
of the
of the
great
Great
Mother
Mother Pranjaparamita
Panjaparamita,
and
recite
recite
the
the
profound
profound
word in
words in
daily
daily
recitation.
recitation. May
All
all
diseases,
diseases,
spirit
spirit
possessions,
possessions,
and
bad
bad conditions,
conditions, all
all
the
the
negative
negative
directions that
in
are
which
directions
happen
due
due
to
to the
past
past
karma
karma,
and immediate
immediate condition,
conditions,
may
may
all
all
this
this
be
be
dispelled,
dispelled. May it become non-existent.
non-existent,
May
may
it
it
be
be pacified.
pacified. I prostrate to
To
the
the gathering
gathering
of the
of
Dakinis
Dakinis
in the
in the
three
three
chakras,
chakras, who
who abide
abide
in
in
the
the
holy
holy
yoga
yoga
of
of
the
the using
using space,
space,
by
by the
your power of
powers
the
of
clairvoyance and
clairvoyance and
magical
magical
emanation,
emanation,
look
look
after a
after
practitioner
practitioners
like
like
Mother
mother her
child.
child.
Samaraja Shadara Samaraya Pe Aga Samaraja Shadara Samaraya Samaraja Aga Samaraja Shadara Samaraya. Aga Sama Raza Shadara Samaraya Pe. Om Gade Gade Para Samgade Bodhi Soha. Teachings of the Three Supreme Jewel, possessing the power of the truth, may inner outer hindrance and transformed. May they be dispelled. May they be pacified. Shindim Guru Ye Soha. Negative force possessed with Dharma be completely pacified. May the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from the problems and harmful conditions. May all enjoyment in the approach with the Dharma. May the auspicious and perfect happiness here right now. Yeah, the short mandala. Page 20. Yeah. Yes. Short. 27? You can do the short one. Short one. Yeah. Okay. So we do the ground anointed with perfumes adorned with the flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 400 and sun and the moon. I imagine this as a bubble filled with water. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. May my venerable Lama's light be firm, his white divine stone reflect in the 10 directions. May the torrent of the teachings of the Lhagsam always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in three realms. Yedam Guru Rana Mandala Kaneya Dayami. Refusion Bodhicitta. Sanje Chödan Zoje Jona La Chanju Bado Dani Jazun Je Daje Jinzo Jebe Sonam Je Dola Penje Sanje Chödan Zoje Jona La Chanju Bado Dani Jazun Je Daje Sheshe Jebe Sonam Dola Penje Sanje Dubarai Jo Sanje Chödan Zoje Jona La Chanju Bado Dani Jazun Je Daje Sheshe Jebe Dola Penje Sanje Dubarai Jo. And salutation, was it? Prostration to the Shakyamuni Buddha. A homage to Shakyamuni Buddha. Gangi duzene zone dawadam jebam bejere dam bejune duyan jebam godam de la chance. So paying homage to lineage gurus. Tongyi nije sondo jebe lama zeje zejo ganji tende gwen chana bemo tenzin gyatso na sowa depso da yu xin ye. Okay, thank you. Good morning to everybody. First of all, yeah. Okay, before we go through the text, take a few moments to express fortunate gratitude to having this opportunity, very precious opportunity to cultivate Dharma through studying very precious texts by Lama Tsongkhapa, which illustrate the essence of the Dharma, the three principles as for the path, and using your own capability of common sense, the other scripture knowledge that you had for many years of Dharma practices, Dharma learnings, and also, not just collecting sorry, not just collecting intellectual knowledge, but try to, not just collecting intellectual knowledge, but we are all here to really fulfill the purpose of Buddha revealed the Dharma, Lama Tsongkhapa revealed the Dharma, which is to integrate the teaching into practice, to integrate the Dharma into our day-to-day life, using uh, the teaching as a guideline, as a tool, as a technique, where entire our ordinary life, entire ordinary activities of the life enable to take into a path to enlightenment. So therefore, having such opportunity again, even it may be just one day or one session or one moment, it is still, one of the most precious things that happen in our life, and that has to be recognized on the basis of understanding death is certain, time of death is uncertain, without expecting so many beings are pass away, just moment before. Never thought that the time of death would be that moment, but many people, many beings pass away unexpectedly. And we could be one of them, but then didn't occur the conventional death in last night, in the moment before, and still have this the due to the past merits, due to the present positive conditions, somehow, almost like miraculously, able to have this precious human rebirth again. So therefore, it is something that we really should celebrate. We really should feel, so fortunate, so happy. And to really to celebrate that fortune or meaning is to spend time practicing Dharma. Spend time extracting the most beneficial doing, which is to accumulate most extensive merit, as extensive merit as possible, which is through the gathering of the Dharma, through learning, contemplation, and habituation. In particularly, as what Buddha have said, we just read before, you know, commit perfect Dharma, perfect virtue, cultivate perfect virtue, commit perfect virtue. Perfect virtue here referring to Bodhicitta. Perfect virtue referring to Bodhicitta. So ultimately, Buddha is referring that we should cultivate, altruism. So therefore, as what advised by Buddha himself, then we as a follower then try to practice diligently according with the Buddha's advice, which is for us to utilize this very day in the most collect as great merit as possible through the at least through the through the correct intention, the Bodhicitta intention. So here one should refresh, even though you have cultivated Bodhicitta intention during the prayers, but then again refresh your Bodhicitta motivation on the basis of recognizing the preciousness of your time and the opportunity you're having to practice most precious Dharma. Simply simply deciding that may my life, whatever amount of moments left in this life, and as well as the future continuums until even after I've actualized full enlightenment, be only for the purpose of numberless sentient beings, temporary and ultimate happiness of enlightenment. So for that purpose, I'm going to utilize perfect opportunity of this day for that. Okay, thank you. So for the text, you can use the root text from the prayer book on three principal aspects of the path. And yesterday we cover briefly on teaching on Guru devotion. Then after that we talked about the why Lama Tsongkhapa made homage to his gurus before he composed the teaching. Then after that we discuss the characteristic of disciple, to be a correct vessel to get the benefit of the Dharma. Then after that we discuss about the purpose of generating renunciation, and we spent almost whole day on that. So the purpose of generating renunciation is to fulfill the purpose of encountering Dharma. In short, that's the purpose. The purpose of generating renunciation is to fulfill the purpose of encountering your spiritual guru, your Dharma guru. Generating renunciation is to fulfill the purpose of why you are here, why we learn Dharma, why we do meditations in our day-to-day life in Dharma. So the purpose is liberation. In liberation, the liberation of the lower vehicle, or liberation of the higher vehicle, such as full enlightenment. Without renunciation, won't able to inspire towards liberation. So purpose of generating renunciation is to get inspiration to actualize liberation, to gain conviction the existence of liberation as possible to achieve. The purpose of generating renunciation is to get a start the journey towards liberation, to get a start entering to the path towards liberation. Liberation won't achieve without committing cause, and the causes are the paths, wisdom and method. And path, the wisdom and method only can be able to develop if we actualize a renunciation, renunciation. So, ngenjungi samba chema mayimbe simbe kemba. Even the definition of the path, the mind that which is infused by the renunciation towards samsara and its causes. So the renounce attitude, when you develop that in your mental continuum, you develop the path, the starting of the path, and that renunciation will develop into bodhicitta. That renunciation will develop into wisdom realizing emptiness, and that eventually will develop into dharmakaya and the rupakaya, the Buddha. So therefore, the most important among all the teaching, the first has to be on renunciation. Among whatever advanced path they may be, first the entry into the path has to be established on the basis of actualizing renunciation. Even to just to gain motivation, to practice Dharma comes from renunciation. As mentioned before, the inspiration to actualize liberation comes from renunciation. So whatever practice we conduct should start with cultivation of renunciation. So that will make sure that our practices become pure path or pure development of the path, pure Dharma practice, like that. So in order to generate renunciation, then we discuss whole session yesterday, reflecting on the false limitations, disadvantage of overall samsara and it is sufferings, suffering of change, suffering of change, pervasive suffering. Then, the individual suffering. So even though we are unable to go every single detail, but I've suggested that you can refer to the Lamrim Chemo. So when you read, if you refer to Lamrim Chemo, it's very clear and very detailed, describing each and every individual 60 beings' sufferings, and the limitations of of those beings having this samsaric existence. So from there, then you actualize the mind of renunciation. So the causes to develop renunciation is to see the limitation, see the disadvantage and faults of samsara and its causes. To understand faults of samsara, to understand the faults of contamination of karma and delusion, to see the faults of the samsaric five aggregates, to see the faults of samsaric four elements, yeah. So by seeing that, then you you develop the mind of detachment towards it. So as long as that we develop detachment towards samsara, detachment towards karma, detachment towards delusion, detachment towards all the samsaric experiences, including pleasure, sensual pleasures, we won't able to generate genuine renunciation in our mind. It's not possible. So that's why even in the teaching, the purpose of generating renunciation without the complete intention to definitely to be free from cyclic existence, when this arises, when you see total limitation and disadvantage of karma, delusion, and the contaminated, the suffering aspect of the pervasive suffering aspect of the cyclic existence. There's no way to pacify attachment-seeking pleasure effect in the oceans of cyclic existence. Without that, there's no way you can able to pacify the attachment towards the samsaric pleasure. If you are unable to pacify the attachment to the seeking of pleasure of samsara, then is no way, you know, um, mm, able to generate genuine sense of renunciation. So also by craving for self-existent embodied being a continuous bond. So the craving, the attachment towards samsaric pleasure will continue to cycle uh, in the reincarnation within the self-existent. So therefore, if we really inspire to practice the path, aspire liberation, then uh, very beginning one should seek for the actualizing the mind of renunciation. So now the second, how to generate renunciation. So this follow from the root text saying that freedom and endowments are difficult to find, and life has no time to spare. By gaining familiarity with this, attraction to the appearance of this life is reversed. So here, mm, is emphasizing about the renunciation from the three capable beings. I would say three, yeah, three scope or three capable beings practice. Uh, mm, uh, the path to three capable beings or three scopes. Uh, uh, the the object of negation in relation to three scope or three capable being, the object to be obtained by three capable being or the three scopes. So here the first is uh, uh, the freedom and endowments are difficult to find, reflecting on the precious human rebirth. The precious human rebirth, the 8 freedoms and 10 endowments as a reason uh, to see uh, how difficult it is to be found. Reflecting on the examples, like such as the golden ring and the tortoise hat, once the eons, coming out from the ocean where there's a heavy waves. There's no certainty of where that ring will be, and also the tortoise that living in the so beneath in the one of the biggest ocean, and once a eon coming up, and it's so rare to enter the neck into that golden ring. So um, to so like that, like our life, our precious human rebirth, as rarer than that. When think of mm, the fluctuation of the karma, like the wave. Uh, 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 think of the causes, uh, the observation of morality, practice of virtue like generosity. Then remember to make aspiration to actualize higher rebirths. Those are very rare. So even from the point of view of accumulation of causes, the precious human rebirth that what we have is extremely rare. So even after we actualize human rebirth, then there are so many obstacles, distractions, sensual distractions, if distraction of afflictions, delusions, to really to encounter to practice dharma. Even when we encounter to practice dharma, but then uh, you know we may not encounter complete dharma, partial kind of dharma, and even you aspire for enlightenment, but then the dharma, the method is not complete. So one's journey towards enlightenment be disrupted. So even when we practice the dharma, but then not due to lacking of proper education, proper contemplation, uh, then we may not able to have a solid object of meditation to cultivate the pure dharma. Then by uh, meditating on the uh, wrong or incomplete practices, then spending time the whole life like that, then uh, you know it can in the name of Dharma may lose entire precious human rebirth. Mm. uh, like uh, like labeling, just simply breathing in and breathing out, and relaxing yourself, taking that as a meditation, Buddhist meditation, and be sufficient with that for the rest of your life. Then death comes, finish, life is gone, and when we think about the causes and condition to take another precious human rebirth to practice the complete path is so rare, and the opportunity that what you have already is totally gone. Even in the even you happen to meet Dharma, but then due to not meeting qualified teacher or not equipping, your own the capability of wisdom, and or uh, the not getting the actual teaching, mm, uh, then um, mm, uh, so not having enough exposure in the Dharma. So like that, you see. So thinking of all these reasons, then whatever the precious human rebirth uh, that we have now, it is really, really difficult to find. So difficult to find, and not all so difficult to find. So therefore, then from there, then you make the decision to practice Dharma. Then after that, reflect on the life has no time to spare. Then reflect on the impermanent nature of the life. Death and impermanent nature of the life. Death is certain, time of death is uncertain. When thinking about the certainty of death, then you make a decision to practice Dharma. Uh, what you call the mm, yeah, like what said in the Lamrim. Um, Death is certain. At the time of death, nothing else except Dharma, nothing else can help us, able to uh, influence us to higher rebirth in next lifetime, except the Dharma. Mm. When you look into the teachings on the karma, then we can understand clearly what it meant. When especially reflecting on the concluding karma or completing karma at the time of dying. If there's no dharma mind, if there's no virtuous mind, you know, uh, the the transition will be transit into negative realm or negative intermediate state, then to negative rebirth or suffering rebirth. You see. So so by reflecting on the death, then make a decision only to practice Dharma. Then reflecting on the impermanent, then make a decision to practice Dharma right now. So reflecting on precious human rebirth, you make a decision that you have a capability to practice Dharma, capable to practice Dharma. Reflecting on the death, only to practice Dharma because nothing is helpful for your longer journey. And the journey of this life is very short. And the journey from next life onward is a lengthy journey. So therefore, we should spend more time, or if not all time, but if at least more time preparing for the longer journey. Then reflecting on the impermanent, then that could happen next moment. The only thing we are for sure is this very moment that we have life. We have precious human rebirth. No one, Buddha, gods, or even yourself cannot guarantee that I will 100% guarantee I will live a life or I will have this precious human rebirth continue up to next moment or next minute. So therefore, have to make decision to practice Dharma right now. By gaining familiarity with this, reasoning, these three reasoning, attraction to the appearance of this life reverse. So this is how that you gain genuine sense of renunciation or genuine sense of detachment or distraction towards this very life's purpose. So these three key teachings is to be cultivated, to be meditated. Mm, 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 mm. So attraction to appearance of this life is reverse. So renunciation towards this, the attachment towards or grasping towards this very life is actualized. This is the small renunciation. Small renunciation, and that renunciation is a small path. This a small path will lead to the preparation for next life's higher rebirth, which is to engage into accumulation of virtue, like moral ethics, like practice of refuge. Uh, yeah, uh, practice of refuge is one of the main path, main practice to the small scope. By such as taking refuge and cultivating the refuge vows. Uh, mm, mm, Such as once take refuge in Buddha, then strictly following Buddha's advice, not following samsaric advice from ordinary samsaric, you know, uh, uh, experts, like how to be master in business, how to be more competitive. Once you want to be, once you want to start to practice Dharma, then those are secondary. Those are not important. The important is to listen to what Buddha say. So Buddha say, detach the samsaric thing. Samsaric activities. Then actualize the practice of renunciation, meaning develop inspiration to liberation or inspiration to higher rebirths, which is for the purpose of cultivation of higher virtues. And in order to do that, accumulating right causes for that, which is accumulating virtues now. Virtues now. Then purifying negativities, like never commit non-virtues, what Buddha have said before, like that. So never committing non-virtues, always equipping with the Dharma motivation and being mindful to direct your day-to-day activity according with that motivation. Then at the end of the day, bringing a sense of pacified state of mind, subdued state of mind from overwhelming negativities, overwhelming, uh, indiscipline, immorals, such as arising of delusions, etc. Then if you do that, then you are practicing the Dharma. You are following Buddha's teaching. Say subduing your mind, teachings of the Buddha. So this Buddha's word never commit non-virtue, commit perfect wholesome virtues or perfect wholesome. Then subduing your mind, teachings of the Buddha. This is teachings of the Buddha. So this interpret into the three um, for the three vehicles as well as the three scopes teaching. You can what you call interpret, so like that. Then taking refuge in the Dharma, then not harming anyone. If you cannot benefit, at least always being mindful of refraining from causing harm to others through your body, speech, and mind. And that reframing attitude is morality, moral discipline, and that will create abundance of causes to actualize higher rebirth. Then, uh, um, mm, uh, practicing the precept of the vow of the Dharma, then try your best to benefit others, such as engaging the virtue of generosity, which is one of the cause to actualize higher rebirth. You know, then taking refuge in the sangha. Then not only yourself always inspire to cultivate virtues. Try your best to follow the Buddha's example, Buddha's the way of living, but also you inspire others. You yourself always make aspiration to be as close as possible, like the Buddha's way of living, and at the same time you become the figure of to inspire others to live as close as possible to Buddha's way of life. And that is one of another very important cause to actualize higher rebirth, the inspiration. You have to express the inspiration. So three causes: morality, virtue like generosity, then the inspiration or yeah, um, expressing the wishes, to inspire to be born in higher. So like that. And then the result, so these are the path. So the result, then you will achieve like precious human rebirth. Precious human rebirth, where you will meet perfect spiritual guru, perfect endowments and freedom to practice Dharma again. Then even there's opportunity, may bring opportunity in that lifetime to actualize the liberation. Possible like that. If not, at least abundance of virtues will continue to accumulate. Like that. So this is the teaching referred to the small scope. Now the middle scope. By thinking over and over again that action and their effects are unbetraying, and repeatedly contemplating the misery of silent existence, attraction to the appearance of future life is reversed. Yeah. So before, one thing I miss out is uh, the renunciation here very much focusing on the limitations of the three law realms. So that is the And then you detach, or you detach committing causes to fall into three law realms, which are the negative act of through your body, speech, and mind. Then aspire to actualize higher rebirth, something like that. So the negation is three law realms. So now for the middle scope, by thinking over and over again, the here is thinking over and over, thinking not just limitation and the pervasive suffering of three law realm, what you call the individual suffering and general suffering of the three law realm, but also reflecting, thinking over and over again, over all six realms, samsaric suffering, and six realms, each an individual samsaric suffering, uh, both the suffering of suffering, suffering of change, pervasive suffering, and its causes. So meditating again and again, reminding in your mind again and again, yeah. So thinking over again and again, that action and their effects are unbetraying. The the mm, that action, the karma that you commit by delusion, and the uh, mm, then the power of the karma, the imprint that you have accumulated from arising delusions, and committing negativities, as well as it is effect, which is only suffering, are unbetraying. uh, uh, Whatever negative karma you are commit, the result, suffering effect is definite. It won't loot, it won't betray, in the sense that, you commit negative karma, then you don't have to experience the negative result. So you call the karma is definite. In the karmic teaching, karma is definite. One of the characteristics is the karma is definite. Means karma is unbetraying. If you commit negative karma, negative consequence, suffering consequence. If you commit virtue karma, virtue consequences, happiness consequences. Then also, wrong cause will never produce a result. This is also talking about unbetraying. Right cause will produce the result. Means suffering is, it is called right cause is negativities, negative action. Happiness, it is right cause are the virtues, virtuous deeds, virtuous karma. Then, not betraying here also, unbetraying here also can be understand that, um, karma once is commit, then, if um, if that not purified, or if that is not experienced, then definitely going to be experienced. Nothing can excuse. If you don't purify the past committed karma, or either experiencing the result, otherwise, the karma won't go away. Even it takes countless eons, the seed still will be there. Whenever it meets the condition, it ripen in suffering, as a suffering result. This is called unbetraying. So think over again and again, the limitation, the faults of samsara and its causes, in particularly, on karma, how karma works. Think over again and again, reflect again and again. That action and their effects are unbetraying, and repeatedly contemplating the misery of self-existence, as mentioned before. Then attraction to the appearance of future life is reverse. So not only, three raw realm is not to be actualized, but also the three higher rebirth also not to be reborn, because it is still in the nature of pervasive suffering. It's still in the nature of samsara. You see, so one should not only gain a small renunciation, but one should gain genuine renunciation, which is focusing on absolute liberation. And not just temporary liberation. It's absolute liberation, genuine sense of liberation. So therefore, the liberation of the three yana, when you're referring to, hira yana, solitary yana, mahayana, in that aspect, the liberations are all ultimate liberation. When we talk about the three scopes, then the small scopes liberation is not a ultimate liberation, because here is focusing on higher rebirth, like human, god, and demigod. So this, it is beneficial, but it is not a genuine sense of liberation. You see, so therefore it leads to the middle capable. So middle scopes renunciation is the one that we should be cultivating if someone is really aspiring for liberation. so object to be obtained is, total freedom from the entire oceans of samsara, and it is causes the entire karma, and the main causes of karma and the suffering samsara is the delusion. to really to get over from all the delusions. So therefore, samsara, delusion, karma, and delusion are the negation for the middle capable beings practice. What are the path? Path are the teaching on karma, like such as the teaching on Four Noble Truth. So practice on Four Noble Truth are the teaching or other practices that we should cultivate, such as Eightfold Path, such as traveling or interdependent existing, traveling, the teaching on the traveling. So these are the focus teaching for the middle capable beings practitioner. So one, if one is inspired genuine liberation, then one should study Four Noble Truth. One should study karma. One should study the traveling or interdependent, and one should study Eightfold Paths. Then, meditate means habituate, practice, taking into our account of practice on karma. Means um, purifying all the past karma and uh, uh, avoiding committing new negativities or negative karmas. Purify the delusions by by in the application of antidotes, like for attachment, detachment, for anger, patience, for jealousy, rejoice, for pride, ego, humility, you know, like for depression, then gratitude, uh, gratitude, acknowledging of the precision rebirths and all the qualities of the Dharma, qualities of the Buddha, qualities of the Buddha nature, etc. Like qualities of the opportunities to practice Dharma, etc. So when you practice that, then no depression, you eliminate. Like so, then wisdom, wisdom of selflessness, antidote to the self-grasping, which is the root cause which obstruct the middle capable being to achieve the main goal, which is the genuine liberation. So from the middle capable beings practice, then these Hinayana teachings, the Hinayana paths comes in, like such as practice of Hira and practice of solitary, like 5 parts of the Hira, 5 parts of the solitary. Uh, uh, mm, the practitioner of this practitioner of the Hira and solitaries are from the middle capable beings practice based on the 3 scopes. Then accumulate the causes to actualize, in reflecting on the karma, then accumulate the causes to actualize liberation, like such as observations of the individual liberation vows, such as refuge vow for sure, then like 5 lay vows, then individual liberation vows like the Sangha vows, if can. So at least observation of like a 10 virtues and 5 lay vows. So these are the key practice of the middle capable being, or key practice someone who wish to actualize liberation from samsara, freedom from samsara, freedom from delusion, freedom from karma. You see, 10 virtues, 3 of physical, 4 of speech, and 3 of attitude. Such as no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct. Yeah, so those are the 3. Then no lying, Tama, no divisive speech, no harsh speech, no idle gossips. Then 3 from the mind, no covetousness, no malice, no wrong view. So these are basic dharma, basic practice. But when you go into it, it's a very advanced practice. Practicing no killing. You know, here human to little bugs, insects. You know, uh, then yeah, not to cultivate intention to kill. Not just like engaging, but not to even cultivate intention to kill. Not only that, when you observe the vow, then always reframing arising of the thought of killing, reframing, engaging in the act of killing. Uh, Even in case accidentally killed, then reframing from the sense of acknowledging or satisfaction, or okay, I did it, not like that. So like 4 factors to fulfill the karma, complete karma of killing. But then even one factor engage as a practitioner or middle capable being, is someone that who should be observing even not to encounter even one factor. Generally to complete the karma of killing, you need 4 factor: intention, then the correct subject or the object, you know, then actual action, then satisfaction, like such as you need to have intention to kill. If one commit a karma of killing ants, then you need to have an intention to kill the ant. You need to make sure know that this is really ant, not a plastic ant, really ant. Then you really, you know, getting engaged into killing either by yourself or either by someone through your order. Then satisfaction, you say, I did it. So each and every karma need to have this 4 thing in order to accumulate the full force of the karma, whether it's to do with lying, whether it's to do with the killing, whether it's to do with sexual misconduct, whether to do with, you know, any form of the 10 non-virtuous karma. The 4 factors has to be count. But even one factor is very negative. It's very, very, very harmful. Even though the karma-wise, one not claim to accumulate karma of killing, but then the negativities-wise is still very heavy. The consequences is very painful. Not necessarily we will experience the consequences of killing. When we talk about consequences, then there's environmental consequences. You know, uh, what you call the result similar to the cause. Then what you call the resultant karma. Uh, I can't remember exact name, but the the absolute karma that one's supposed to experience. Uh, yeah, one of the main experience of the karmic result, you see. So such as like a killing, then environmental karma is for one to be in the environment that has so many um, you know conditions to cause life, uh, you know like that. Then result similar to the karma, then one very habitual in killing, one liking to kill, uh, just somehow that there's interest of killing, you know. Mm, mm, yeah, uh, yeah. Environmental karma also, one get killed, be within the environment where there's a lot of causes a condition to cause a life, but also one get killed like that. Then the suffering is very intense pain of causing a life, such like that. Just an example, something like that. Mm, mm, um, then short life. The environmental consequences is was a, yeah, not necessary. I mean, just the effect of causing a killing, then whichever life that you take, like even you happen to take a human life, then short life. And not only that, a lot of sicknesses, you know. So sicknesses are very much by result of causing life of others. See? So to overcome to overcome the karma of sicknesses, then you know, um, knowing that it's very much effect of causing life of others, causing injury to others, then you liberate animals, you liberate life of others, not just animal, but can be human or can anybody, any life, liberating them or protecting them, you know. So these are the antidote that what one can help to purify the karma or lessen the intensity of the of the experience of definite karmic result. Like and also you know, yeah, so like that. Uh, stealing, then experience poverty, or even have a good job, a lot of money in one way, a lot of money earning, but then not enough. Always there's something comes up to spend. All these are due to stealing or karma or miserliness. you know. So in order to overcome that, then do charity, do offering, like even like waterfall offerings, uh, is to overcome, to purify those karma. Offering flowers, offering incense, anything to do, offering respect, or anything to do with charity of smile, charity, like in Buddha's time, there's one beggar encounter Buddha, and the beggar voice out, why I'm so poor, why I'm so miserable, why I'm lacking all the comforts and needs. And Buddha says it's due to past miserliness and karma of stealing, etc. Mm. Then is how to overcome. Then Buddha says, make charity, do generosity. And he said, I don't have anything, and you're asking me to do charity and generosity. And he said, you got your face, then you can, you got your speech, at least you got your basic aggregates, and use that to actualize offerings and charities. So it's just genuine generosity of smile and generosity of helping hand, you know, generosity of good heart, generosity of love. You can express that. All this you don't need material things to do. You say that way you will purify the karma of stealing, karma of miserliness, accumulate merit, which will bring abundance, such as food, such as shelter, such as whatever needs that you need, like that. Mm, uh, Sexual misconduct, uh, being born in a very filthy place, um, then always have a relationship problem, and distrust, uh, including in relationship. Some people even they want so much of baby but cannot have baby. Some people don't want baby but then have baby. So there's so much complications comes in relation. So it's all due to past karma of sexual misconduct. So then to overcome, then like such as taking the precept of five lay vows, such as no sexual misconduct. Yeah, no sexual misconduct. And best is to even to take no sexual conduct. If not, at least no sexual misconduct. Then uh, practice faithfulness in relationship. Faithful, be trustworthy. In relationship, in particularly, common couple relationship. Like then also sexual misconduct bring a lot of consequences of health issues, diseases, so like that. Then when oneself always help others to others relationship not to be obstacle to their relationship, rather you'll be like a glue to their relationship, help to harmonize if there's any relationship problem. Uh, then no like the speech, lying, then no respect, no worth, no no power in your speech. How wise you speak, people misunderstand. How wise you speak, people just don't get to understand. How wise you speak, people just ignore you. You know, basically, no one, trusts, no one want to listen your speech. So this is due to lying, past karma of lying, etc. So, and obviously, we wish to have a powerful speech, isn't it? To speak wisely, to speak virtually, uh, and to others to, listen to your speech, get affected by your speech. All this, and everybody aspire for that. uh, but then there's like kind of something is forcing, even how wise you want to speak, but then just say wrong thing, words come wrong way, or in many cases, even you speak wisely, but people just cannot get it, don't understand, misunderstand, etc. So therefore, then they cultivate the the virtue of praises, offer praises to Buddha, like chanting, chanting prayers. Spend a lot of time with chant prayers, like 21 Tara praises, like Medicine Buddha Sadhanas, Guru Yoga practice, all the day to day. Some of you may already have a lot of sadhana practices to do, so worthwhile, because that really helps to purify the karma of wrong, the wrong speech, all the wrong speech. Especially in those heavy karma in relation to, such as even lying, etc. Then there's a mantra in the prayer book, called blessing the speech. Um, just simply reciting the interdependent arising mantra, emptiness mantra, Om Yeta Maheta Draveda. You can sort of remember the Mahashamana saw this mantra. Then after that, reciting the consonant, um, is actually the Sanskrit alphabet. So just reciting that, it helps to bless our tongue, bless our speech. So then with that blessing, then we speak. One thing will not become idle gossip. Second thing is it purify, affect the past negative karma of harsh speech, lying, um, idle gossip, etc. So it's a very very powerful practice. So it's one of the daily practices. Morning when we wake up, like you um, accidentally on the walking, there's so many germs that you kill, isn't it? You step on, so you bless your feet. In the prayer book, there's one blessing feet. Then blessing speech, because you talk so much. So we talk, so you just bless it, and it take care of so many things. You know, uh, um, uh, so like that. Then like yesterday when we talk about motivation of like what Shantideva usually does, the motivation. May whoever see me, remember me, think of me, etc. Whatever negatively or positively related to you, everything become cause to establish, seed of liberation to others. So then, like entire your existence becomes so beneficial and so precious. Everything become antidote to purify past karma. At the same time, accumulate, good causes, virtues for the future happiness for yourself, for others, like that. Then it goes Jun Tama. Then divisive speech, which is very heavy, in particularly towards the Sangha community. So here, Sangha community, not just talking about like the monk or nuns community. Uh, you know, uh, two-person who realize emptiness, but still in the lay person, in the ordinary aspect. Then if two-person there, then you come in the middle and make division to that. It's a very heavy karma. Then especially to the Sangha community, you bring any through the speech cause any division. And not only that, even ordinary, families and friends, So it's always try to bring people together, bring harmony, bring peace. It's a basic practice of Buddhism, non-violence. You see, so if you divide, then violence. So try best to bring together. At the end of the day, we are living in one home. The world is one home. At the end of the day, all of us are one family, brother, sister. Even when we don't think of the Dharma point of view, Maya and Bodhicitta point of view, we can understand is everything is interrelated. So this basic understanding will help us to practice virtue and prevent non-virtues like that. Idle gossip, you see, idle gossip can waste our time, can create negative karma. So all the negative speech are idle gossip. All the senseless speech are idle gossip. So anything is not meaningful speech, then all become idle gossip, all become creation of negativities. So it's a very unbelievable, isn't it? So if the speech has to be virtuous speech, beneficial speech, but then in the workplace, in the people who don't talk about Dharma, then it's no way you can talk Dharma, isn't it? While you're doing the office work, cannot type Dharma, isn't it? Cannot type Bodhicitta, emptiness, renunciation. So, but there's a solution. You just generate the motivation, Bodhicitta motivation, everything take care. You type only about money, 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 but your Bodhicitta will make sure that this not become idle gossip or talk, whatever the speech that you're engaging in won't become idle gossip. So, with Bodhicitta intention, then spend the day. All your ordinariness become a path like that. So otherwise, create so much karma. It's just simply talking, like that. So then, the three from the attitude. First one, covetousness. Any thought to do with attachment, grasping, is belong to that. Any thought to do with aversion belong to the second one, malice. Any thought to do with the wrong view, then the wrong view, the third one. So basic wrong view is ignorant. You see, so three poisons. All the three poisons are there. Attachment, aversion, and ignorance. So, so even though it's a basic dharma, but it is wow, it's really touching to the point. It's very very intense practice. 10 virtues. You see, wrong view here. Uh, from Buddhist perspective, the wrong view, not accepting refuge, is also considered as a wrong view. But it's not kind of being very nasty about it, who don't practice refuge, because there's so much benefit to that individual if you follow the Dharma, if you follow the Sangha, if you follow the Buddha. That Buddha, that Sangha, that Dharma not necessarily has to be Buddhist figure. Is here simply talking someone is only equipped with the knowledge, beneficial knowledge, beneficial wisdom, and that person for Buddhists called Buddha. For someone you can call anybody, this amazing person or whatever, my hero, whatever you can say. Uh, then Dharma is simply referring to the antidote to all the problem, all the delusions, all the negativities are called Dharma. So for the Buddhists, okay, we use this term Dharma. For others, you can use, wow, amazing wisdom, whatever you want to say, or amazing word of the God, or whatever you want to say. Sangha is simply meaning someone who live a life in a virtue and who influence you with a virtue, with a good quality. That's called Sangha. It doesn't mean it has to be monk or nun or Buddhist monk or nun, or so something like that. You see, so So due to that reason, if you interpret that way, then when you talk about, not having refuge is actually having wrong view, so it's quite, I mean, not so harsh, not so difficult to accept that. Then wrong view of not accepting rebirth, past, present, rebirth. You see, again, if you interpret that from the beneficial point of view, if you accept past, present, future rebirth, there's so much benefit. Your existence become, uh, you know, uh, like ever existent. You exist in the past, you exist in the future. You don't have to worry that I only have this one life and so impatient about, try to deal with it. If it's how negative you may be, but still, since the journey is long, I can still, there's to be better, a better journey by purifying. If it's very positive, it's wonderful. I have much more time to accumulate a lot of positivities. uh, and more than that, the clinging towards this life will be lesser if you start to understand uh, life and rebirth. Rebirth. So then you have at least you able to spare some energy to the longer journey. Some way, somehow, you believe that, then your grasping to this life become lesser. The lesser the grasping become, freer that you are. So there's the immediate benefit. There are so many unanswered questions. Anybody go through. Free thinkers, believer in God, believer in karma, everybody go through that. You see, when you have a conviction of existence of past lifetime, many questions are answered. Many questions are answered, even just simply thinking of the past life's karmic result. Okay, I don't understand why I'm having this. Definitely has to do with my past life karma. At least, okay, I have some answer. When we don't have answer, how suffocating we are, isn't it? Is it? So at least we can get it. So it's very beneficial, life and rebirth. Mm. Uh, More than that, by believing in life and rebirth, then really, give a basis for for enlightenment, for liberations, for higher rebirths. If you feel very miserable of this life, then at least, I can still have option, better life, like that kind of thing. Yeah. So then, um, then the in not believing in in the view, the correct view of selflessness, also regarded as a wrong view. You see, as we discussed yesterday on this, what are the benefit of having the view of selflessness? You know, one example: the moment you have even just an idea that absolute reality of I is selfless, you know, the tightness of the grasping start to crack, start to dismantle. At least from the at least 1% from the so tightness, start to fracture like that. See, and that itself is a liberation. That itself is a is a experience of free, uh, independency, free or liberation from the bondage of the grasping or the control of the grasping like that. You see, and more than that, uh, you see, selflessness, or from permanent grasping, as we talked yesterday, selflessness from independent grasping, selflessness of uh, uh, true selflessness from the true existence, selflessness of inherent existence. If you have an even deeper understanding of what really selflessness, you have greater freedom. Those are benefit. So for the benefit of yourself, then if you do the wrong, if you have a wrong idea, then that regarded as a wrong view, like that. Yeah. Then karma, not believing in karma, also regarded as a wrong view. You see, by believing in karma, that you will prevent a lot of trouble. Because you at least have some sense of concern of the consequences, tend to stop committing wrong negativities. And since because of concern the consequences of the like such as happy consequences, then you start to accumulate virtuous karma. So you see, having the conviction or belief in the karma, those are the benefit. If you don't believe, who cares? You know, if I harm, is it no consequences? Who cares? You know, I don't have to do any good thing. You know, I'm already good, so no need to do any good thing. Who cares? You see, so everything become careless. Uh, so believing in karma actually is a really shows how right view it is. Not believing actually really shows how wrong it is from that point of view, you know. So not because of Buddhists, you know, or nothing, don't believe like the Buddhists, then say wrong view, you know. Not simply is like that, you know. And people do understand that way, then have a like kind of, oh, Buddhist is so selfish. Buddhist is like so selfish. Whatever they believe is the right view, and rest is all wrong view. so so when you put yourself as a person, you know, the advantage and disadvantage in relation to these beliefs and these practices, then oh, actually it's all for my own benefit. You know, ultimately it's all for beneficial for me, like that. So anyway, these are the practice of middle scope, middle capable being, and the essence, you know, when all these virtues gather and it as a as a as a one dharma, that which is, you know, capable to act as a direct antidote to eradicate all these non-virtues, like 10 non-virtues, yeah, like all, yeah, 10 non-virtues, and karma that coming from it, is the selflessness, the wisdom of selflessness. So for the from the three yana, like for the hero solitary, what wisdom they use to eradicate the negation, self-grasping, and such as, you know, 10 non-virtues, etc., and three poison delusion, selflessness, the wisdom of selflessness. You know, as far as concerned with the method, non-violence, 10 virtues, uh, you know, love, kindness, compassion. These are the basic. These are the methods. You know, the stages, there are 5 stages or 5 parts. You know, then actualize as a result nirvana, the peace. You know, so in nirvana there's 2 types of nirvana: nirvana with the remain, nirvana without remain. So if these qualities, if this liberation or nirvana achieved before before you pass away, within this very lifetime, within this aggregates, then that person achieved nirvana with the remain. uh, Remain here is still using the same body that, you know, which used to be samsaric body. So because of that, is not discarded yet. Then for nirvana would remain. You actualize the realization in the continuum, still on the same body. Nirvana would remain. When that arahat pass away, discard this aggregates, then that arahat become nirvana without remain. So he achieved nirvana without remain. So no more the contaminated aggregates. You know, it dissolved into absolute peace of nirvana in its continuum, or in his continuum, the mental continuum. So nirvana would remain. So solitary, hera, the both nirvana have the same interpretation, you know, and the path is the same. The renunciation is the same. You know, what the what you call negation is the same. The entire samsara, it is constant. So like that. So by thinking over and over again the action and their effect, and unbetraying and repeatedly contemplating the misery of silent existence, attraction, the appearance of future life is reverted. Yeah. Mm. So so the renunciation to the higher capable being will uh, will discuss when you generate the bodhicitta. Or yeah, what's it? Sorry, when you yeah when uh, mm, the whatever the reason that you develop for the generation of middle capable being, on the basis of self-liberation, the nirvana peace. Now that reason, that as a main reason for you to reflect onto the rest of the other sentient being who are also in the similar circumstances or similar basis of this samsaric birth, the similar inspiration who wish to be free from suffering. And on the basis of that, then you develop compassion, or you develop bodhicitta, or you develop unconditional love. And that renunciation is the renunciation of the great capable being that we will discuss. We may discuss further later. But now here, the next verse, definition of having generated renunciation. So what is the definition? When by having trained in that way, whatever we discussed before, there's no arising even for a second of attraction to the perfection of silent existence, and all day and night the intention of seeking liberation arise, then the thought of renunciation has been generated. Having trained, much habituation, much meditation, like thinking again and again, what we have discussed before, then come to a point that not even a 1 second, 1 moment, their sense of indulgence to the samsara or to the samsaric pleasure or samsaric like attraction to the samsaric gains. And all day and night, absolutely aspire the seeking liberation, liberation from karma, liberation from delusion, liberation from six realm, self-existence. When that inspiration arises in day and night, basically day and night here, whenever you are awake, even your mind, rest of the mind be busy with other activities, but then one corner, there's one awareness is always accompanied with all the other thoughts that how to say, the awareness of seeing no essence in all the other thought that which is linked to the samsaric activities. And having the idea that the only essence there is the freedom from samsaric thinking, samsaric activities, or samsaric existence. Without giving much reason, that awareness is always there in a spontaneous level, then that is the sign that you have actualized renunciation as a path within your mental condition, as a realization, or the realization in a renunciation, realization in the first principal aspect of the path. You see, so that's something that you can judge within your heart. You can define whether you have achieved that realization. If there's no such idea, there's no such awareness, then we are far away. So that means we need to reflect on the teaching that we have discussed before, again and again. Like that. Okay, now we take break. Yesterday forgot to take break, so today, yeah, I remember. So we take break for a cup of tea. Then whenever you finish tea, then come back.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please enjoy your tea, and I will just continue. Yeah. So okay. So there's a difference between uh, three vehicles and three scopes. So sometimes people get a little bit mixed up. Three vehicle here refer to the hearer's vehicle, the solitary vehicle, and the Mayanic vehicle. So that is a hearer, solitary, and Mayana. In scopes, the same small scope, middle scope, higher scope is based on the strength of renunciation. Small renunciation, middle renunciation, great renunciation. So the small renunciation is just avoiding the three lower realm, aspiring for higher rebirth. Middle renunciation is renouncing the entire sixth realm, then aspiring for liberation. And mainly that liberation is referring to from the three yanas, small and medium yanas, liberation. The highest higher scopes of renunciation is very much the basic object to be renounced is the same as a middle scope, but then one extra thing, which is great compassion or bodhicitta. When you add into it, then become a great renunciation. The liberation is the ultimate liberation, which is the Buddhahood. Yeah. So now, yes. So renunciation also define whether you enter into the path or not. So if I may say, does emptiness define whether someone enter into path or not? No. Whether realization of bodhicitta define someone as enter into path or not? Also no. So what really makes someone so-called as he or she is enter into path is defined by whether he or she realize the renunciation or not. The realization, we just talk about it like spontaneous arising of renunciation. Whenever you have the awareness, then there's always awareness of aspiration to liberation. Always have awareness of detachment to the samsaric existence. Whenever anybody actualize that, then that person is not an ordinary person, already enter into the path. And that path could be either hira, either solitary, or either Mayanic path. How to know? Is someone that prefer always under the guidance of teacher, remain in a community, like can be center, can be monastery, can be yogi communities, but then there's elderly or senior practitioner or sangha or teacher or guru always with you, guiding you. There's a learning discourses going on. Then at the same time, there's a time to practice, and that's how under the access of the teacher progressing through the path and actualizing total eradication of samsara. It is called actualizing liberation. Is someone that who's following Hira's path. So you can also can tell that I'm more solitude way. I'm not really liking to be involved with group people. Then you can probably tell, Then the solitary realizers practitioner is yes, dedicate certain amount of time to receive all the instruction on the path, then choose to retreat in forests, in caves, more of the retreater's life in solitude, and do not wish to be among groups, be among people. So that's very much a solitude way of solitude realizers practitioner. That's why I call it as a solitary realizer. First one is called hearer's realizer. Now the Mahayana uh, balance of both. Uh, the attitude is uh, the way is balance of both, but the attitude is always in the concern of sentient being. At the end of the day, that you must engage with people, with sentient being. You can choose to stay in solitude and train yourself, but for the purpose of eventually that you can able to come into the people, into the sentient being, directly engage in benefits, like such as practice of six paramitas. You can also choose to live among society, live among people, but that also nurture yourself for the purpose of nurture and to at the same time engage in action of altruism or compassion with the people. Mm. Mm. So yeah, so this is the Mahayanic practitioner would appear. So you can see there are many Mahayanic yogis that who do extensive retreats. Even if someone dedicating whole life in the retreat, if it's a Mahayanic, then eventually is to come into a sentient being. It could be in their next life. Therefore, many great yogics that who whole life they live in the cave, live in isolations, but then they choose to reincarnate. Coming into reincarnation to carry on the legacy, which is ultimately to be among the people, to serve the sentient being. And there are Mahayanic practitioners that they never go into retreat. You know, they nurture themselves, at the same time they fulfill the purpose of Mahayanic Dharma, which is the act of compassion. So like that. So anyway, now we discuss on the higher capable beings path. Firstly, we'll discuss the general path, which is the Mahayanic Sutrayana path, which is the common to both uh, uh, two vehicles within the Mahayanic vehicle. One is the Mahayanic Sutrayana vehicle and Mahayanic Vajrayana vehicle, or the Kausalyana vehicle, or the Resultanyana vehicle, or Bodhisattva vehicle, or the Vajra vehicle. So there are few different terms that use. So the practice that we're going to discuss, was a teaching that we're going to discuss right now, is the common to both vehicles, Tantra and Sutra. So even for Tantra, without this basic common practice and teachings, the Tantra won't be able to actualize. Benefit of Tantra won't be able to actualize. So the purpose of generating the mind of enlightenment, the heading. The purpose is, even if renunciation has been developed, if it is not possessed by the mind of enlightenment, it does not become the cause of the perfect bliss of the unsurpassed enlightenment. Therefore, the wise generate the supreme mind of enlightenment. Even if renunciation has developed, even someone enter into the path, no guarantee to be most beneficial for the numberless sentient. No guarantee to actualize enlightenment. It's a guarantee to actualize liberation, but no guarantee to actualize full enlightenment. You know, so if someone wish to benefit all sentient beings, someone wish to utilize your capability of the greatest aspect of your attitude, which is fully develop love, fully develop compassion, fully develop bodhicitta, then without the possessing the mind of enlightenment, uh, you won't able to develop fully. You won't able to develop fully, even though you have the potential. Your potential won't be developed fully, even with amazing path, the renunciation. Mm. Mm. Possess the mind of enlightenment. You can call it a mind of bodhisattva or mind of enlightenment. Um, mind, attitude, or the phenomena that has capability to cognize. The ability to cognize. The mind of enlightenment, that mind, which is which understand, or which is free from the self-cherishing attitude, which understand the faults and limitation of self-cherishing attitude, like such as many teachings, like Buddhist Acharya, like Lama Tsongkhapa, all the miseries is a byproduct of cherishing one's own happiness. All the happiness is the byproduct of cherishing others' well-being, like that. So, mind of enlightenment is awareness, is a cognitive phenomena that which cognize, or which have aware of the faults and limitations of self-cherishing, which has aware and cognize the advantage of cherishing others, cherishing all other sentient beings' well-being. And that kind of mind is called the enlightened mind, mind of enlightenment. Mind of enlightenment. In other words, called bodhicitta, or it also called as altruism, altruistic mind. So now, enlightenment in Tibetan language, very, very clear. Sang ye. Sang means cleared or purified or eradicate. Ge means actualize, achieve, obtained. So sang, purified, abandoned, eradicate, pacified here, referring to the two obscurations, two obstacles, the obstacle to nirvana, obstacle to omniscience. So Buddha, Sangye, enlightenment, is the state where you purified entirety of delusion and the karma, which is obstacle to nirvana. Not only that, which the state that totally freedom or eradicated or purified obscuration to omniscience, which is the tendency to delusion, which is the seed to delusion, that is purified, that is eradicated, that is sung, that is purified. You see, this state. Gay actualize the Dharmakaya, then the truth body of the Buddha, and the form body of the Buddha, Sambhopakaya and Nirmanakaya body of the Buddha. Ge. How this Sangye able to achieve in someone's mental continuum? First, entering into the path through renunciation. How? By understanding the conventional from the true truth, by understanding the true truth, and by actualizing the true path, then achieve the true result, Sangye, the Buddha. By understanding the conventional reality, conventional truth, which is the conventional reality of samsara, the whatever discussed before, the limitation of samsara it causes, then you develop the first path, the path of renunciation. And that renunciation help to develop all the method aspect of the path, such as love, kindness, compassion, and eventually even develop the altruistic mind. And that altruistic mind, in the application of this path, the altruistic path, that development develop all the way up to the omniscient altruism. Omniscient altruism, the enlightenment, the fully matured aspect of the Buddhi mind into an enlightened omniscient mind. And the illustration, the sign of achieving that is the two form bodies of the Buddha, which is the Sambhopakaya body and the Nirmanakaya body. A Sambhopakaya body like a Tara, like a Manjushri, like Chenrezig. Nirmanakaya body is like Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, Guru Pema Sambhava, His Honor Dalai Lama, like Lama Tsongkhapa, like that, your gurus. They all are Nirmanakaya aspect of the body. And these are all result of cultivation of Bodhicitta. And Bodhicitta develop result of understanding, having the knowledge of the conventional truth. So that's why I'm saying true truth is to be known and to be learned. True path is to be cultivated, and true result is to be achieved. As a saying goes like that. So now, by learning, understanding the ultimate truth of the samsara, ultimate truth of the entirety of the conventional reality, help to develop wisdom. The initial wisdom, like wisdom understanding of impermanent nature, wisdom understanding of interdependent causality, wisdom understanding of cause and effect, the things are dependent on cause and condition, eventually develop into wisdom of selflessness, eventually then that develop into wisdom of emptiness, and that wisdom of emptiness develop along the along the 10 bhumis, then eventually it will develop into the Buddha's quality as a Dharmakaya and truth body, Dharmakaya body of the Buddha and truth body of the Buddha. So that's why this meaning Sangye just fits perfectly. Even the Sanskrit language, Buddha, Bud refer to demon. In Sanskrit, Bud is actually referred to demon. The freedom from the demon. So Sangye, perfectly matched. So in English, I don't know, enlightenment. So I don't know how to divide it. I have no idea. so like that. Okay, so that is called the enlightenment. So the attitude of such a state is called the enlightenment, the mind of enlightenment, or the Buddhi mind. Or it's a mind of enlightenment. Or in another word, is Buddhi mind. Buddhi mind is talking about the Bodhisattva's mind, Bodhisattva's attitude. So basically, Bodhisattva attitude, the attitude that Buddha have achieved is on the basis of that's the same mind, the Buddhi mind that develop into omniscient, that become Buddha's mind, you know. But the basis is the same, the mind that Bodhisattva possess, which is the altruistic mind. If it is not possessed by the mind of enlightenment, even you have renunciation, it does not become the cause of perfect bliss of unsurpassed enlightenment. Perfect bliss of unsurpassed means cause of perfect bliss means that negate the nirvana bliss. Perfect negate the nirvana bliss. The middle capable being even achieve the nirvana, like nirvana as a remain, or nirvana as a no more remain. Even is genuine nirvana, but in relation to the path of the Mahayana, it is not to be achieved. It is to be negated. Why? Because it is not perfect, not fully perfected state of nirvana. It still has a limitation. Yes, for you it's perfected, but still the quality is not fully actualized. The full quality is when you are 100% equipped with the tool that which will cause entire numberless sentient beings enlightenment. So even you achieve nirvana peace, for yourself, no more samsara, but you cannot cause others to be free from samsara. See? So therefore, there's a limitation. That's why I call perfect bliss, perfect happiness. Bliss here refer to the qualities, the qualities, the virtues, the everlasting happiness. Yeah. So that is the state of full enlightenment. So if there's no bodhicitta, then renunciation alone may cause you to achieve self-liberation, nirvana peace, but won't cause you to actualize perfect bliss, which is full enlightenment. Perfect bliss of unsurpassed enlightenment, which is surpass from all the lower liberations, which is the enlightenment. Even though the lower liberation called as all-knowing, refer as, even use a term, the self-liberation as all-knowing, but then it's not omniscient. Even though all-knowing in the sense of genuine liberation, but then not the perfect liberation, that which has the quality of unsurpassed enlightenment. So therefore, the wise here refer to those who inspire in Mahayanic path, those who care for numberless sentient beings' enlightenment, those who inspire in great compassion, are the called wise one. It can be someone who already enter into path, or someone who is just a beginner. First time encountering into Buddhism, but then you love the idea of great compassion. You love the idea of altruism. You love the idea of working for the benefit of all sentient beings, and you just don't appreciate this. Just thinking about yourself, even it is to be for the nirvana of peace. And that kind of practitioner, that kind of people are called the wise. If you are in the category of the wise one, then generate the supreme mind of enlightenment. So you decide who are you. So if you think that you are the wise one, I already give a reason, then without any hesitation, generate the supreme mind of enlightenment, generate bodhicitta. So how to generate? Okay, yes, I am the wise one too. Yes, I see. Oh, whatever you mentioned, I have more than that. So how to generate? Then following verses, swept away by the current of the four powerful rivers, tied by the tight bond of karma, so hard to undo, caught in the iron nets of self-grasping, completely enveloped by the total darkness of ignorance, uh, mm, endlessly reborn in the silent existence, ceaselessly tormented by the three sufferings, thinking that all mothers are in such condition, generate the supreme mind enlightenment. So this is the way how to generate enlightenment. So now swept away by the current of the four powerful river. So there's a causal four currents and resultant four currents. The causal four currents are the current of silent existence, current of craving, current of ignorance, and current of wrong view. So these are the causal four currents, like a flood, like a strong river that which sweep away yourself into the following teaching that describe tied by the bond of karma and so on to undo, etc., all the sufferings and etc. The four resultant current: birth, aging, sickness, and death. These are the four resultant current. So because of the four causal current, it deliver samsaric four result of samsaric birth, then aging, sickness, and death, which are all suffering. You see. So now, if you illustrate how this four current is so scary, uh, uh, which is like tied by the tight bond of karma. Due to these four current, oneself put into a position to commit a karma. So the life that you are experiencing is under the control of karma. Experiencing the result of the past karmic imprint, which created by the wrong view, which created by the ignorance, which created by the attachment grasping, and which created by not seeing the limitation of samsara, and you have attachment to samsara. Because of that, you create the karma. So now our life is very much like tied by the karmic rope. It's like a rope, all the limbs tied. We are in the flood. We are swept away by the flood. With the free hand, then at least you can grab somewhere, But now the situation, the karma is so heavy that it's like entire limb is tight by a very tight karmic rope, which is so hard to undo, so difficult to undo. We know, so difficult to purify, so difficult to purify. Can you imagine? Apply the four opponent power, even though Buddha says, Vinaya Sutra says there's not even a single negative karma that which cannot be purified by the application of four opponent power. But to actualize the four opponent power is so difficult. First, refuge, just to have a genuine, totality submission under the protection of Buddha Dharma Sangha. We have, but not strong. Is not really in a spontaneous way. You see. Then we tend. The second one is the power of regret. Power of regret here is not talking about our ordinary emotional regret. Here, power of regret. Second one is recognizing false as a form, recognizing negative as a negative. Because all these four opponent powers are the antidote to the negativities. Regret is a delusion. Regret is delusional. You regret, even the regretful mind, even is to do with the negativities. there's a what you call there's a negative what you call uh, substance. There's negative substance there. So antidote has to be fully the opposite phenomena in relation to negativities. Otherwise you cannot be opponent. You see, it has to be sort of opposite. So here regret here is actually referring to understanding negative as a negative. So that is wise. And that is not non-virtuous. Then so you see, so now to understand negative as a negative, so hard. See, and especially those negativities that are committed from the past lifetime, don't even recognize that there are plenty of negativity that we are committed in the past lifetime. To really to figure it out clearly, the entirety, the performance of every aspect of that negativity, that negative imprint, it's very difficult. We need to have much clairvoyance in order to see all the activities of the past, all the imprint of the past. Even for us to see the gross aspect of the karma is so difficult. So therefore, it is hard. We just purify generally. In order to take very specific purification, very very effective purification, is we need to know the negative characteristic or limitation of that negative performance, negative actions. Then antidote, of course, if you able to use emptiness meditation, emptiness wisdom as antidote, then of course that's most effective. Or so you see, so meditate on emptiness first. We have to know the emptiness. That's just knowing is also a bit hard. And when think about realizing it, it's even harder. So I'm not discouraging, but I'm just what's it? Telling the telling the truth. So then negativities are purified effectively when you apply direct antidote. Emptiness is emptiness acts as a direct antidote as well as general antidote to all negativities. But there are other antidotes, like such as detachment to the attachment. The detachment does not act as a direct antidote to all the negativity, but it acts as a direct antidote to attachment. So if you have emptiness as an antidote, then you can still eliminate from the root of the karma of attachment. If not, at least a detachment. If you cultivate detachment, the wisdom of detachment as an antidote, then you can able to eradicate the karma, the committed through attachment. So then the last one, the fourth one, is even harder. You need to have how to say, like, even course of my life, that I will not commit such karma again. So even to make that what do you call the I don't know the name of the fourth opponent power. So basically, making a commitment. Yeah. Power of reframing. Power refraining. Power refraining. So that require that never committing this karma, this karma again, this type of karma again. So it's very hard. If generally saying that, oh yeah, you get into the forbidden power, then I'm not committing all the karma that committed on the past. Is you know, it's obviously, as being in samsara, somewhere somehow we know that we will commit. You see, so it's very very hard. You see, so so that's why it's saying so hard to undo. Once you commit, so hard to purify. So, but then we have to try our best. You know, we have to try our best and try to apply the four opponent power. You know, that way, at least will reduce the intensity of the consequences, reduce the power of the karma. Even if it may not able to purify from the root, but it will help to reduce the power of that karma. We may experience the result, but then, not as heavy as it's supposed to be. You see, so like that. And then, and also, the karmic teaching talks about definite karma and indefinite karma. So definite karma are the one that which already completed with the condition. The result is definite to experience. But it is not contradictory to what said in the Vinaya, that there's not even a single karma that cannot be purified by application of four opponent power. Even it's definite karma to experience the result, but if you're able to apply the purification, then it will reduce the amount of time that you have to experience the result, and it will reduce the intensity of the consequences. So you see, so from that point of view, then purification is one of the most important practice in order to prevent the negative karmic consequences. Whether we are clearly aware of what karmas have we commit, but at least generally, keep getting into purification practices. So it will help. So what Vinay is saying, that it will definitely will help to purify at least the intensity and the length of the experience of the negative consequences. And those indefinite karma, yes, they are seed, but then not encounter the condition yet. So whenever we perform even a slightest virtue, it acts as a condition to a virtuous past imprint. Even if we perform slightest of non-virtue, also act as a condition to complete the past negative karma. So in reality, in our mental continuum, there's not even one single virtue karma we have not committed in the past. We have committed the karma or meritorious actions that which play as a seed to even become Buddha. That's why we have Buddha nature. That's the proof. Buddha nature. There's a two: conventional Buddha nature, ultimate Buddha nature. The ultimate Buddha nature, it does not require cause to progress. It will progress by progressing of the conventional, Buddha nature. But conventional Buddha nature only will progress by the product of by the cause. You need to commit the cause and condition to progress, like that. So therefore, yes, all the virtuous, meritorious karmas, the karma imprint we have committed in the past. We have that seed, but many of those virtuous karmas are lacking of condition to that definitely going to produce the result in its next continuum. We also already have committed all the negative karmas, including to the seed to be born in the lowest kind of suffering, the name given as Vajra hell. But it's a most intense aspect of suffering that we could experience. But many of those karmic seeds are waiting to meet the condition, and one's own slightest negative karma, it can be so subtle, so tiny negative karma can able to act as a conditional cause to ripen past negative karma to experience in the lowest hell. So such as like killing, if a karma of killing insect, uh, but if we don't purify by 15 days, the strength of the karma as strong as a kill one human being. Can you imagine? You say, oh, just an insect, it's okay. It's tiny one. I didn't kill human being. But I can wait to purify tomorrow. So it cannot wait. Because every single moment, karma has the capability of increasing it is power, it is strength. So if the strength develop up to karma of killing one human being, then if meet another, negative karma as a supplement to that or as a condition, we may experience the suffering, to experience one of the heaviest suffering. So like that, or that just karma of killing one insect be the condition to complete the karma, heavy karma of the past, then that may result to a Lord. So like that. So so lombe diwa chunya che, kebe diwa cheya chung. The foolish ones, even tiniest negative karma, so tiny but it's so heavy. The wise ones, very heavy karma, heavy negativity, but then because know how to purify, and know the consequences and the urgency, and make the person to immediately purify. So it becomes so that's a teaching like that. So what really the meaning of the teaching is you cannot take easy about karma. If it's to do with negative karma, then immediately, if you know, immediately purify. If you don't know, at least every opportunity you get, you get into purification. So busy, but at least once a day, at the conclusion of the day, and conclude the day with the purification practice. That's why like the Vajrasattva purification practice is like end of every sadhana. At the conclusion of major practices, that conclude with Vajrasattva practice. If there's any remain negativities there, and to at least purify it, or even while performing dharma, if there's any negative karmas that perform, is to purify right then there. See? So the structure of our daily practice is the last session is to conclude with the Vajrasattva practice, purification practice. Then even if it's the tiniest virtue, must rejoice, because it also similar like the negative karma, it has the power to increase. And not only not only has its own power to increase, but we can supplement to it to make it increase heavily. And one of the practice is rejoicement. Acknowledge and feel happy about it. So rejoice to your own virtue, and even you don't have an opportunity to accumulate much virtue, but there are so many others who accumulate virtue. You take the benefit from them. Uh, by rejoicing, by feeling happy of other who perform virtues, you rejoice in them, and because of you rejoice, you create the cause within yourself to accumulate, at least 50% or 70% of the merit that what other people commit. So you see, so dela Jesu gave a chalk. The best dharma, best method to accumulate vast merit is Jesu means rejoicement. So Shantideva talks so much about that. You see, yeah. So you see, so not just the people, actually abundance opportunity to accumulate vast merit. All the past, present Buddhas, full of virtue. full of merit. We just need to feel happy for them. When you feel happy for them, you feel also happy, Naturally, you feel good, isn't it? So, unbelievable Bodhisattvas, numberless Buddhas are there, numberless Bodhisattvas are out there. Just think of these 8 close Bodhisattvas. Just think of Cheresic's merit, Cheresic's virtue, unbelievable. You know, just kind of bring smile to you, bring delightfulness in your heart. Heart just opens. Wow. Think of Cheresic, how much Chenrezig have liberated sentient being. Just think of the attitude, the essence of the what really Chenrezig is. Great compassion, unbelievable virtue. We say then Manjushri, Bajapani, Siddhigava, Amoghasiddhi. Think of them, think of their virtues, and think of our gurus' virtues. We have amazing gurus that who accumulate so much merit, like his son Dalai Lama. Even in the human real world, in a direct, lively in the human realm, how much he benefits, and through his cultivation of practice, morality, compassion, numberless sentient beings, and every single moment he lived with Bodhicitta, unbelievable. Think of Lama Tsongkhapa Rinpoche, to whom that we have direct connection. You know, every single moment from childhood up to now. Even in his physical such condition, day and night, only live for the benefit of numberless sentient beings. Live to provide dharma, solution for beings to be liberated from samsara. Unbelievable merit. Think of their realizations through their living life like that. Profound virtue. Just need to feel happy for them. Wow, just express wow. You see, so and you get minimum 50%. So easy. It is so easy, but we forgot. It's so easy, but we forget. It is so easy, That's why they say if you know how to practice Dharma, Dharma is the easiest thing to practice. Dharma is the easiest thing. There's no physical, work that need. Worldly works, you need to go to office, you need to come, you need to type computer. There's so much without involving physically. Who cares what you think? in a worldly work, who cares how big you think? It's not beneficial for my company. You're out. Dharma is insight, is attitude. You see, as long as you know how to make the attitude in Dharma, that's it. You see, that's how Bodhisattvas become Bodhisattva. The Buddhas become Buddha. See, even from the Buddha's life story, if it's to do with physical, he should have stick with the esoteric teacher. Why he need to live from there? He met so many esoteric teachers, the religious teachers that who focus on physical training, and he says this is not happening. This is not curing the main issue, which is the delusional problem, problem of karma, problem of ignorance. Training in physical, everything has a limitation to that. So therefore, he went to the 6-year retreat just to focus inside. Then he able to enlighten. Right after that, he able to enlighten. He went through. He walked on the fire. He pierced his body. He did all sort of things. it didn't work. You see. So from there also understand that Dharma is inside. Then he himself said, subduing your mind is the teachings of the Buddha. It's the Dharma of the Buddha. It's enlightenment of the Buddha. So you see, so it doesn't matter you're old, you're young, what caste that you came from behind, what caste came from, what kind of history that you have. And you see, when you think of 80 Mahasiddhas of the India, got prince, got prostitute, got butchers, got killers, robbers, just from the Eti Mahasiddhas. They're all now enlightened. They were Mahasiddha, you know. Uh, if you trace their history, some of them are far more worse than any of us. But they all practice Dharma, achieve Mahasiddhahood, achieve Arhats, achieve enlightenment, achieve liberation. See? So when you practice Dharma, there's no gender issue, there's no caste issue, there's no background issue. Everyone has equal opportunity, equal right, and Dharma is, it just fits according with any type of mental disposition. You see. Mm. Uh, uh, yeah. So like that. So you see. So to do with the mind. To do with the mind. Yeah. And especially when we think about compassion, who do not love compassion? Honestly speaking, who do not love love? Even the terrorists, think, in them, they love love. They didn't understand how to love only, but they love love. They love compassion. They will definitely will be aspired, but they are not educated in that. They are not introduced to that idea. You see, uh, you see, even cats, if they can be educated, the love, compassion will surely loved by the cats and dogs, and even just a gesture, when you show the gesture of love, they feel so happy, and they show appreciation. You see, so therefore, if anyone introduce the Bodhicitta practice, then if the person understand what the real teaching of Bodhicitta, anybody would love to practice Bodhicitta. Those who choose the earlier yanas, all these are because of not encounter the full picture of the Bodhicitta practice, great compassion practice. So that's why they think that this is just too hard, or they think this is like it's not benefiting me. I should focus on myself. Even in the Buddhist practitioner, even in the sanghas have like that. Even in the actual monks and nuns also, they say, oh, I should focus on myself. I rather choose hero's path or solitary path. There are plenty of monks and nuns also like that. It's not because of they didn't like the teaching, because they are not exposed to this teaching, of great compassion, Bodhicitta. If you really love yourself, then Bodhicitta is the one that who really take care the most about your needs. You see. So anyway, yeah, I went a bit too far. Yes, karma is so hard to do. Yes. So yes, talking about purification. So anyway, have purification or rejoicement. Yes, I was talking about rejoicement. So rejoice. So easy to do that. that really keep your heart so pure. Uh, you know, jealousy is uneven mind. Then you'll be free from jealousies. Not only that, then you tends to know so many qualities, so that then you are already create the karma to actualize those qualities. So benefit after benefit. Yeah. Mm. So at least past, present, future Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and gurus, Tathagatas, we I think what's say every day remember them and ritual feel happy, for them, and that alone we were able to accumulate so much merit. Mm. Caught in the iron net of self-grasping. So in a very, very, very strong, river flood, you are sweeping away. Uh, you know, but what say? even your hands and limbs are tied, but at least there are some opportunities where that you can easier to get out. But then the situation is your limbs are tied, but then you are also put into the in the chamber, like I would say, in a cage, the iron cage, which is is an exact example, but the meaning is grasping. So we are not only born tied by karma, but then on top of that, we grasp onto it. We grasp onto our day-to-day experiences, which are effect of karma. But on top of that, we grasp onto it, as if like we are put into the iron cage, which is so difficult to open. Even someone want to come and help you. If you are not in the iron cage, at least can untie the limbs from the rope and can come out. But now, first of all, that even just to open the cage is so hard. So the grasping is as heavy as like that. So not only like that, not only that, then completely enveloped by the total darkness of ignorance. So if it's a daytime, then even you are tied, all limbs are tied and in the cage, and people at least can see you're there. So they find way to save you, isn't it? But now the thing is that like that you are swept away in the flood in the nighttime, very dark. So no one can see you. No one can witness you. So like that. So so even though there are there's a help. Buddha descended into this world. You see, Buddha descended into this world 2,600 years ago. We are totally in the darkness. Don't know where we are. He came, but if we happen to be among those disciples, by then we are at least arhat. But we are totally, completely enveloped by the darkness of ignorance. You know, even now the gurus are available, but then our mind may not be open interest to the Dharma, or we may be completely following our samsaric uh, fall into samsaric distractions. And all are expressions of ignorance. You see, so so even there's dharmas, emptiness is available, bodhicitta is available, but we take very lightly. The samsara is more important. And that is the idea of ignorant. Even there's a lot of help, but then they don't witness you. They don't able to capture you. So we are like that kind of situation. And due to that, then the result is another round of samsaric birth by force of karma delusion. Then aging is definitely have to go through it. Even if we die in the womb, also the moment we are born, next moment is aging. There's a suffering of aging. Sickness, the not necessarily has to be the pain of suffering or suffering of change, but pervasive suffering is there. Then death happens. Death, the hallucination of the suffering that any dying beings go through is beyond word, beyond imagination. If there's no Dharma, the hallucinations are very, very terrifying. So like that, the omniscient one saw how we go through. There are no point for them to lie to us. Uh, then there are people who literally went through that process and came back. In Tibet happened. Even nowadays, some people in Australia, there's one lady who came for the dead and dying course that I gave, and she experienced many rounds of went through the death process and came back. Actually, on that day, she was very sick like that. It's very pale and very sick, and she during the session she was lying on the floor, and even the breathings are having hard time. And the one stage, I think she actually dead. I think she actually died and came back. before she's very serious. So myself and the resident teacher there, we did prayer for her. We did prayer. But then later, then the next after that we had a break, lunch break or something like that. The afternoon session, she was like so. She was alive. So I was talking about the death process, and yeah, the halfway she just raised hand and she started to talk about experience. So and she shared about the scary part, and she also shared about that because she had some the Dharma imprint that which it did help her like that. But the scary part I was talking about, in the death process, teaching describe like when the earth element dissolves, a dissolution comes, like entire mountain is like collapsing on you, or you are just squeezing in the two big mountains, just smashing you inside. Your physical bodies are like experiencing like cracking into pieces, like that kind of thing happen. But actually now also sometimes you feel like that. It's very gross, but it's clearer and clearer every year. It's getting clearer and clearer. Like we call hot flash. When the fire element dissolve, there is more intense. But even lifetime, people express they experience hot flash. It's very very nasty. And uh, when little movement, you feel like your backs are. I experienced that. Like your backs are cracking. And sometimes you sit to your knees are cracking. And sometimes you're so tight until that your chest is like bursting. And when you feel a headache, you feel like your whole head is like cracking. Stomach pain, I also went through that. It's like it's like whole stomach is cracking like that. So yeah, so actually already experiencing. And it's true. The moment we are born, the next moment onward, already experiencing uh, the process. The only thing is the most intense one. Then comes with their different signs that appear so obviously. And one of the thing is the yeah what do you call the yeah so the uh, yeah hallucinational suffering is a very very terrifying like that. Mm. Yes, and all these are result of ignorance, self-grasping, karma, illusion, and and um, and very much is byproduct of the four currents that we discussed. Okay. Mm. So now, endlessly reborn is self-existent like that. Now we're talking about at least ourselves, endlessly, beginningless lifetime, reborn like that. If we don't overcome, uh, you know, um, the three poisons or the four currents, as well as the current, the result that what we're experiencing, the birth, aging, sickness, and death. If we don't overcome that, then we will continue endlessly. We will continue long time, not endlessly, but we will continue long time. We experience beginningless time, but we will continue long time, maybe eons and eons. Endlessly reborn in silent existence, ceasingly tormented by the three sufferings, will continue to suffer, suffering, 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 change, pervasive suffering. Hmm? Thinking that all mothers are in such condition. Mm. So I think three sufferings we already talked so much, so maybe no need to talk about it. So think that all mothers as in, so we reflect on that, the three sufferings and all the faults of samsara delusion, what we discussed before. First reflect onto that. Now that reason into all the other mother sentient beings, thinking that all mothers are in such kind of mother here. Mother here refer to all sentient being, because all sentient being has been your mother before. So this is when we have a firm conviction in karma, then we have no doubt. We just believe in this and understand, have conviction in that. Since there's a beginningless lifetime, and we have taken beginningless rebirth, and each different rebirth, unless we take reborn as formless realm, otherwise we need to rely on mother. So even one sentient being, what's it? Even so, each living being has played many rounds of figure of your mother. Just one life to one sentient being not enough. So sentient beings have okay, almost finishing. Yes, sentient beings have been your mother many rounds, many times. So in that reason, all sentient beings, mother referred to that. All sentient beings are also in such same condition like yourself. Then generate the supreme mind in them. So with that, then you generate great compassion. That compassion is very much renouncing the samsara it is causes in each and every single numberless sentient beings. So there, when you develop bodhicitta, simultaneously you develop the great renunciation. Simultaneously, you develop first moment of Mayanic path, the first moment of path of seeing from the five path of seeing. So, path of seeing, Mayanic path of seeing, the great renunciation, first moment of bodhicitta, all simultaneous. Also, first moment of becoming bodhisattva or child of Buddha. First moment you possess buddhi mind. So all this simultaneous. Now, a part of accumulation. First moment, part of accumulation. So the now definition of having generated the mind of enlightenment. In short, if like the mother whose cherished son has fallen into the pit of fire and whose experience even 1 second of his suffering as an unbearable eternity, your reflection on the suffering of all mother sentient beings has made it impossible for you to bear their suffering for even 1 second, and the wish seeking enlightenment for their sake arise without effort. Then you have realized the supreme precious mind of enlightenment. So this is, in short, if like the mother. So you see, so you need to have a spontaneous and a total sincerity and wholeheartedness, arising of the cherishing the well-being of other sentient beings, to really generate the realization in bodhicitta. At the beginning, we train our mind through creating, generate the bodhicitta through reasoning, through application of many reasoning. So by doing so, eventually it will come to a spontaneous arising of bodhicitta. Similarly, as mentioned before, in relation to renunciation, day and night, whenever your mind is awake, and you're always, there's a mind that which is always in the concern of the well-being of numberless sentient beings, not just a temporary well-being, but a concern of the ultimate, ultimate well-being, which is to abide or lead, the sentient being in the state of full enlightenment. So, such like the mother who cherished any son of the fire, who experienced even 1 second of suffering as unbearable eternity, like as if your own suffering, your body, your life is most cherished thing in your life. When that goes in the misery, then how much you care for. So whenever you meet any other sentient being, even someone who is having partying, who is like happily, this very fit body, jogging or dancing or holidaying or enjoying, but then you see the pervasive suffering, samsara in him, and you're you're completely taking full responsibility to liberate that person from the entirety of samsara, whether he knows what you are thinking or not. But so not just like suffering sentient being. Suffering means sentient being who are in suffering or who are going through suffering of change. This attitude is, as long as you see samsaric being, you are aware of this attitude arising all the time. Then that is a sign that you have achieved the bodhicitta realization. Then you enter into a path, first moment path accumulation. You become bodhisattva, and you become object of offerings, object of others' meritorious creation. Then your body, your speech, even people don't understand you, but just hearing, they accumulate merit in relation to you. Just seeing you, whether they criticize you, like you, whatever, you still become object of virtuous influence to them in creating a karma, not like that. So that's why when we think of Buddha, when we think of bodhisattvas, even look at their pictures and hear their name, we chant their name, we accumulate their name, like in the form of mantra. We accumulate so much purification, we accumulate so much merit, because of they have this bodhicitta, because of their bodhisattva and because of their Buddha, and even to arahats, because of their emptiness, wisdom, realization. So when you actualize like such realization, then when people make a cup of tea for you, offer a cup of water, they accumulate the merit to become just like you. They cook for you, you accumulate the merit. They serve you, and they accumulate the merit, even just be like you. They praise you, they accumulate merit, just be like you in like that. Shakyamuni Buddha's first, the reincarnation that which the reincarnation that first time start to accumulate merit and collect the merit and establish the meritorious condition, cause and condition to be Siddhartha, in many lifetime afterwards, to be Siddhartha, is when he was a beggar. When he was a beggar, he had nothing. He had nothing and he encountered Buddha of that time. He encountered Buddha of that time. So he had nothing to offer, but then he just expressed that he wished to offer everything to him, and he admired the Buddha's magnificent present, and he just made expression, may I become. That is the first starting virtuous karma. Eventually, many lifetimes later, he actualizes rebirth as a bodhisattva, like we mentioned yesterday. Five Tigers story, the bodhisattva, great-hearted, Chanchu Sempa Yingdokje. And eventually, then also took as a rebirth in the hell realm as a carriage carrier. There also he generate, and that was immediate life before he born into Tushita. He was a carriage carrier. Then the hell god, beating his companion, his friend, other one who's carrying, very weaker than him. He's also hell being so weak, but the other one is weaker than him. So hell god, torturing him. So he said, I want to carry his burden onto me. He want to bear whatever suffering. Don't torture him. And because of the hell god was so angry, and the spear or something hit on his head and passed away. But because of that generation of concern, of care for someone, that little virtue be the condition to his past meritorious deeds, which connect all the way up to that beggar who say, I want to become just like you. Connect to that, and connect to the great Bodhisattva, the great-hearted Bodhisattva that who met the tigress in the past. Connect that karma, connect that merit, and directly born into Tushita. Then from Tushita, the next one is Siddhartha. He born in this world. Yes. So I don't know where I linked this one. Now I lost the link. Hmm? I lost the link. I make you hungry. Okay. I will stop very soon. Revolt suffering of mother sentient beings made impossible for you to yes. So anyway. So anyway, I cannot finish this because we have to discuss about the two methods how to develop bodhicitta. So we stop here for lunch. Thank you. Thank you. Chanchu semjo rinpoche ma je panam jeju chi jewa nyamba meba yang gongne gongdu pewar sho tonyi tawa rinpoche ma je panam jeju chi jewa nyamba me gongne gongdu pewar sho kangre rawe kowe shingamde pendan dewa ma lu chungwe ne chere sewa tenzin jas shabe sede bado tenjo chi tobzo chanje jangwa jawe de zinjo bebe kunso dobo chi chuzo gowe de me tazo de je gondo shabden sho. Also we make the food offering here. Lama Lama Yeah, so the during the food offering or drinking water or tea like that, we can accumulate so much merit by remembering to offer to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and offer to your guru as a vase offering, even though it's just a cup of water, but then you take a moment to visualize as expensive, oceans of nectar, offering to guru, offering to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, like offering today. And if those of you who practice Haisukhi tantric practices, then you're always in the self-rise of deity. So this is one of the yoga of making offering. Like offering, outer offering, inner offering, secret offering, suchness offering. So, so this is outer offering. But then if you transform into nectar by reciting Om Ahung, become inner offering. Then that you feel grateful for this opportunity to make offering. And some more, if you're tantric practitioners, if you unite with the clear-light practice of great bliss, then this what I call secret offering, then suchness offering, then the person yourself, the offering, and the receiver, all lies in the nature of lack of inherent existence, or empty of inherent existence, then suchness offering. So just a simple, anyway, we need to eat, we need to drink, and that's what Lama Tsongkhapa said. If you're married, then all the happiness comes from there. And karma teaching we discuss so much, and when you have abundance of merit, you can help yourself, you can help so many others. So in short, Buddha Dharma is to do two jobs. One is purification, one is accumulation of merit. It all comes in these two. So so even like that. Then also make extensive charity. I told the story about this beggar asking Buddha, how to recover from all this misfortunes, poverty, poverty of happiness, poverty of material needs. So Buddha said, do charity, practice charity. See, so when we need to eat food, drink, so we offer charity. Buddha have said that even how tiny physical body the sentient being has, minimum 84,000 living beings reside in us. And so true, especially from the scientific point of view. uh, Billions of cells. Many of the cells are living being. So they are not just living cell, living being, sentient being. So there are numberless living beings, sentient beings within our body, and they sustain their life on the sustainability of our body. Our sustainable body depend on the nutrition of food and drinks. So, uh, um, uh, even in the prayer, it says, you eat as you drink and eat as a medicine, supplement to feed all these sentient beings, charity to all these sentient beings. If you just eat because of I like the food, then it become attachment. Just to pacify the attachment. So it's very unworthy purpose. Uh, And if you think like that, charity like that, then it becomes even antidote to purify the attachment. The karma made from attachment. So remembering to offer charity. So the tantric practitioners, they did the entire your body is mandala. So each in mandala there's numberless dakinis, surrounded by the main dakinis, main deities. So extensive practice, extensive practice. Then also teaching taught that you eat to sustain this body for the benefit of service of numberless sentient beings happiness. One thing is very important. I drink so much water, I eat so much food, chocolate and chili or whatever. Today some more have Jeff's dal. So you eat to sustain the body, to make beneficial for the happiness of numberless sentient. So it's such a powerful bodhicitta practice, so meaningful. You see, that way even think about the karma. You're not wasting the karma of consuming foods, because getting food is result of merit. The moment you eat the food, karma exhausted. You see. So, but if you eat the food with the bodhicitta practice, then you are exhausting this particular karma, but you take the opportunity to accumulate even greater merits. So it's so wonderful practice. Yeah, so wonderful practice. You like that? Okay, so we go for lunch. Thank you. Okay, yeah.